One of the United States' largest unions is launching an effort to organize Amazon workers nationwide. The International Brotherhood of Teamsters, known commonly as the Teamsters Union, will vote tomorrow on a resolution aimed at building worker power at the online retail giant. At the union's convention this week, the Teamsters general president said Amazon is a, quote, existential threat to unions. This comes a few months after Amazon successfully defeated unionization efforts by employees at one of its warehouses in Alabama. For more on this, I'm joined now by CBS News tech and politics reporter Musaddiq Bidar. Moose, it's good to see you. I know you've been following this story. Tell us, first of all, what exactly is in this resolution that members will be voting on tomorrow?
Elaine, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters holds its convention every 5 years, and what happens at that convention is that the union sets the agenda for its members and leaders for the next half decade. And one of the big ticket items tomorrow is helping build worker power at Amazon. And so the resolution that the delegates will vote on, which, by the way, is expected to pass with a resounding support, will make this Amazon project a top priority for the union. It'll make it a top priority for its members, for its local affiliates, joint councils, and international members to really come together and help Amazon workers with this effort. Now, they have been doing some of this already. I spoke with Randy Corrigan, who is Teamsters National Organizing Director for this Amazon project, and he said this will essentially unify one of the largest unions in the country, 1.4 million members strong, under the same goal, which is helping bring organizing power to workers at Amazon.
Right, because what we're showing in that video, just so people are not confused, is from the previous unionization effort. So it was a different union, those signs that we were seeing there, because earlier this year, efforts that Amazon workers made at a warehouse in Alabama failed to try to unionize. So I wonder, Moose, how is that loss shaping what we're seeing now from the Teamsters?
Elaine, one thing that's going to be different this time around with the effort from Teamsters is that they are not going to seek an election with the National Labor Relations Board. That's what happened last time in Bessemer. The election was defeated. So when I spoke with Randy Corrigan today, he said that's not their preferred method, although that is an option on the table. So what that means is we're more likely going to see shop floor militancy. That includes strikes, walkouts from warehouses, organized petitions. So we're going to see a lot more of that from employees to build internal pressure on Amazon and get them to change. Randy said that all these options are on the table for them. But additionally, that loss in Bessemer, even though it was indicative of an uphill battle against Amazon, organizers and activists that I've been texting with say it really did energize others in different parts of the country to take up this battle against one of the largest employers in the country. And so organizers are excited now that Teamsters is announcing they're in this battle. And remember, this is happening during Amazon's Prime Day events, which is going on this week. So it's a big week for Amazon. And here comes Teamsters announcing that they're going to make this a priority.
Right, truly significant to watch this unfold. Well, remember that President Biden actually weighed in on that Alabama union fight before the vote. And here's a little of what he said at the time. Let's listen.
Unions lift up workers, both union and non-union, and especially black and brown workers. I've made it clear when I was running that my administration's policy would be to support unions organizing and the right to collectively bargain. I'm keeping that promise. You should all remember, the National Labor Relations Act didn't just say that unions are allowed to exist. It said that we should encourage unions.
You know, and that, Moose, I remember, was really significant at the time because we hadn't necessarily heard a president weigh in that way in previous sort of efforts to unionize. But do you expect the Biden administration might engage in this fight to unionize Amazon?
Yeah, it wasn't surprising to hear President Joe Biden put out that message. You know, I covered numerous town halls in Iowa where his message was pro-union and that unions build the middle class of America. It still remains to be seen how much the administration will go after Amazon, but we do know that they have already laid the groundwork for making organizing and worker empowerment a little easier. It was in late April, actually, after that Bessemer battle, that President Biden started a new task force to make it easier for unions to bring in new members. And so we can expect them to stay involved and hear more from this, especially as the Teamsters begin to really speed up their efforts in this area.
And in our final minute that we have left, what are some of the potential larger implications of this on Amazon and beyond?
Well, one thing that I've been hearing from labor activists and organizers is that this is really going to shed a light on working conditions at Amazon warehouses, the conditions that some of the workers, delivery drivers go through. And it could have an impact on other tech industry labor organizing movements, whether it's rideshare companies like Uber and Lyft or other big organizations. Earlier this year, there was an effort to get Google employees to unionize. And that was something that was a little different because they wanted to do it not just for software engineers, but cafeteria workers and janitors and everybody. So as you see more of this happening at Amazon, it's going to energize labor activists other places, and it's going to really fuel other movements, not just at Amazon and their warehouses, but other tech companies where organizers have been trying to do this for a long time.
Fascinating turn of events. Musaddiq Bidar. Musa, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for sharing your reporting with us.
Thank you, Elaine.